Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Hahn, serving Antioch Mission Church. This month's Remnant Day 237 Nations presentation will be on the country of Spain, presented by YBAWM. This is Spain in red on a world map. For reference, it's slightly more than twice the size of Oregon. It's bordered on the north by France and Andorra, to the east by the Mediterranean Sea, on the south by Morocco and Algeria in Africa, and on the west by Portugal. It's a country of beautiful temperate weather, delicious foods, and rich culture and history. Spain is the fourth largest economy in the Eurozone, which is the group of nations in the EU that have adopted the euro as their national currency. Spain has a population of roughly 47 million people, ranking 31st out of 237 nations. Of that population, around 85% of people are Spanish, 2% Moroccan, 1% Romanian, and 12% other. The religious breakdown is quite shocking. 58% are Roman Catholic, 37% are atheist, agnostic, or non-believer, 2% is unspecified, and 3% is other. Spain ministry pastor Sergio said there are extremely few Christian churches in Spain, and the few that do exist are not focused on proclaiming the accurate gospel that Jesus is the Christ, but instead are more focused on legalism and unhealthy mysticism. Catholicism has been the official religion of Spain for almost 2,000 years, heavily influencing its culture, architecture, and society in every way. Pastor Sergio reported that every village and town worships the idol Mary. Mary is always depicted as very large, while Jesus Christ will typically be a very small baby with a smaller halo than Mary, and sometimes even under Mary's feet. Catholic people pray to Mary, asking her to plead to God on their behalf, even though Jesus Christ is the only way to God. She is called the Mother of Mercy, the Virgin God Bearer, she who shows the way, Lady of Sorrow, and many other titles that place her above or at the same level of the triune God. There are many images of Mary stepping on the head of the serpent, and she is said to have no sin. For those of you who have heard the term Immaculate Conception, it's actually referring to Mary, not Jesus. However, Genesis 3:15 tells us Jesus the Christ is the only one who crushes Satan's head, and Romans 3 verse 23 says all have sinned and are separated from God's glory. Jesus Christ is the only answer, but this is how Satan is stealing away the accurate gospel through the religion of Catholicism and the idol worship of Mary. Satan spreads the culture of idol worship through culture, festivals, and even through conquest. This is a map of the land Spain conquered, spreading spiritual problems of idol worship to many countries in South, Central, and North America, Africa, Europe, and the Philippines. These deeply rooted spiritual problems have rightfully resulted in mental and physical problems for Spain as well. Despite its economic success and global development, there is a lot of division and confusion in the nation. There are a lot of race-based and gender-based violence. Refugees and migrants, including children, coming into Spain are met with abuse or refused entry. Resources and policies put in place have not been effective in improving the situation. There was a report published about structural discrimination against Black people in Spain, and Roma children are segregated in schools. There is a lot of gender-based violence, whether it's domestic violence, issues of consent, and violence against and among the LGBTQ communities. Policies and ideologies are getting relayed to the youth who are now no longer sure of their own identities and are confused in a world of division and violence. You can see many youths under the influence of drugs or actively doing drugs in the streets and parks of Spain quite often. There are many cases of public drinking or intoxication, and there are bars and nightclubs that are open nightly. There are no churches that can give these youth the accurate and ultimate answer because there are no good seminaries, according to Pastor Sergio. And anyone who has a following of 40 people can legally become a pastor and raise a church without any certification. The churches do not have a mission to proclaim the accurate gospel that Jesus is the Christ, and instead are focused on legalism, unhealthy mysticism, and attracting the younger generations by mimicking a nightclub culture. In the midst of this environment, Pastor Sergio and his wife Chiun Chung are serving the Spain community. Let us listen to a portion of their testimony and their prayer topics.
Aunque yo vivo en Corea, por gracia de Dios, hace 2 años me guió para levantar una iglesia virtual en España.
저는 비록 지금 한국에 있지만 하나님의 은혜로 2년 전부터 온라인 사역을 통해서 온라인 교회를 사역하고 있습니다. 스페인 현장에요.
El objetivo, por supuesto, es encontrar esos remanentes.
그리고 저의 그 사역의 목적과 목표는 렘넌트들을 세우는 것입니다.
Poco a poco Dios está abriendo la puerta y se están levantando.
하나님께서는 조금씩 응답하시고 그리고 세워가고 계십니다.
No solo en España, también, por gracia de Dios, viendo la necesidad de los remanentes hispanos, desde hace prácticamente año y medio, estamos haciendo 2 veces al año una conferencia internacional de remanentes.
그리고 또 스페인 현장뿐만 아니라 1년 반 전부터는 전 스페인어권의 그런 렘넌트들의 복음의 이 필요성을 보게 되었고, 그래서 1년에 2번씩 전체 스페인어권 렘넌트 집회와 훈련을 진행하고 있습니다.
Ustedes saben muy bien que en los Estados Unidos hay más de 50 millones de hispanohablantes.
여러분들도 잘 아시겠지만 미국 현장에만 5천만 명 이상의 스페인어권 사람들이 있습니다.
California es el estado donde más hispanos hay.
캘리포니아주 같은 경우에는 스페인어권 사람들이 제일 많은 곳이기도 합니다. 미국 안에서요.
Por eso, aunque van a la iglesia, la verdad, ellos necesitan escuchar el mensaje en su propio idioma.
그래서 현지인들이 스페인어권 현지인들이 교회는 가지만 그분들은 진짜 본인의 언어 스페인어로 메시지를 듣는 것이 필요합니다.
Porque de esa manera realmente le puede llegar profundamente.
왜냐하면 본인의 언어로 메시지를 들을 때 그 메시지가 가슴 깊이 제대로 전달되기 때문입니다.
Por eso me gustaría compartirles los títulos de oración.
그래서 지금 여러분들과 함께 기도 제목을 나누고 싶습니다.
Estamos orando para levantar una plataforma online.
저희들은 지금 온라인 플랫폼이 제대로 세워지도록 기도하고 있습니다.
Para poder alcanzar este evangelio de Jesús el Cristo en español, especialmente a los remanentes y a los jóvenes.
이 예수가 그리스도라는 정확한 복음이 전 스페인어권, 특히 렘넌트들에게 제대로 잘 전달되기를 기도하고 있습니다.
Para que a través de esa plataforma los jóvenes se levanten como plataformas espirituales.
그래서 이런 온라인 플랫폼, 영적인 플랫폼을 통해서 정말 렘넌트들 자신이 플랫폼으로 강하게 세워지기를 기도하고 있습니다.
Y se puedan levantar como torres de guardia en sus campos.
그래서 이 렘넌트들이 정말 본인의 현장에서 파수망대로 세워지길 기도하고 있습니다.
Y también antenas espirituales para que comunicando con Dios puedan ser utilizados para la evangelización.
그리고 영적인 안테나로 세워져서 하나님과 끊임없이 소통하면서 현장을 살릴 수 있는 렘넌트가 되기를 기도하고 있습니다.
No solo para su país, para todos los países hispanos y las 237 naciones.
그래서 이 렘넌트들이 본인의 나라뿐만이 아니라 전 스페인어권 현장과 그리고 237 현장을 살릴 그런 영적인 서밋 렘넌트로 세워지기를 기도하고 있습니다.
Muchas gracias por sus oraciones.
다 함께 기도해 주시는 여러분들께 감사드립니다.
Let us pray, holding on to their prayer topics of Spain now.